Hi, guys. 14 everywhere. Renegade W is what Miss Karen called it. Unlike all the other letters of the alphabet, W didn't follow the pattern in Braille. She explained, W is out of order because Braille was originally written in French in the early 1800s, which, at that time, did not contain a letter for W. So we had to invent one. Okay, so sometimes it was interesting, and Natalie was beginning to appreciate how Braille could actually open a whole new world. Okay, I'll stop. Whole world to people who couldn't see. Still, what Natalie thought about most at her new school was not Braille or a cane, but home and her friends, and how forward motion would keep her from acknowledging the constant butterflies in her stomach. She couldn't wait for Friday to come, and every day looked forward to the phone calls she could make after 8 p.m. one afternoon. After 8 p.m. One afternoon, she even found herself rehearsing in her head the conversation she'd have with Meredith. I wanted to tell you about this boy at my new school. He's Indian, meaning he's from India, and on the bus back to school, he brought me this dessert his mother made. It was in this cute little box, too, just for me. Coconut and poppy seeds, and something called jaggery, which he said is like concentrated sugar cane juice. And oh, it's so funny, but this girl, Eve, across the hall from me, I thought she had a bird in her room, but it's her clock. An Audubon clock. She tells time by the kind of bird that sings, like the bluebird sings at 8. She would keep the conversation upbeat, she had decided. She didn't want to make it hard for Meredith to be a friend. Back in her room, Natalie heard Gabriella taking a shower and figured it was a good time to start homework, so she would have time for phone calls. Which is when it hit her. She had forgotten her backpack on the second floor of Norland Hall after her O&M lessons. It was because she and Miss Audra had ended their walk in the dining hall at dinner. Natalie had planned to retrieve the backpack after she ate, but forgot. The evening counselor insisted Natalie take someone with her back to Norland Hall. So Natalie asked Serena. I'm sure I would be okay by myself, she told Serena as she took the girl's elbow and they walked together back down the sidewalk. Yeah, I know, but stupid rules, right? Look, you don't have to go all the way upstairs, Natalie offered. I'll just run up, grab it, and come back down. But you don't have your cane, Serena said. Will you? I don't need the cane. Natalie stopped her. I don't need the cane. Natalie stopped her. I'm okay once I'm inside, and there's some light. Okay, Serena said. I'll wait here on the bottom step. Natalie moved quickly up the wide staircase to the second floor, then down the hallway, keeping a hand on the wall. The O&M office was at the far end. The door was open, and Natalie glimpsed her bright red backpack. She grabbed it, and with one hand trailing the wall to her left this time, retraced her steps quickly back through the hall. When the wall ended, she began crossing a wide, tilted foyer and wondered if she had her cane. Would she be able to see the open space like Eve? She'd try another time, just for the heck of it. Meanwhile, she moved swiftly, not wanting to keep Serena waiting, and reached for the wooden rail that she knew was to her left. In her haste, however, Natalie misjudged the location of the top stair and missed the first step completely, which sent her spiraling over the edge. She landed hard, left shoulder smashing into the stairs, her head against the wall. There wasn't even time to scream. Natalie's glasses and hat flew off, and her backpack bounced down the stairs. A horrible thud, and all was silent. Things were always a blur to Natalie, but this time nothing made sense as she slowly opened her eyes. Parts of different faces hovered over her, and strange voices wove together in a surreal way. Pain shot through her left shoulder and arm. She winced as someone lifted her. Without her tinted glasses, the lights hurt, forcing her to squint and shield her eyes with one hand. She had never been in an ambulance before, but was aware that she was in one. After a short ride to the hospital, the stretcher was rolled into an emergency room where the lights were even brighter. Please, my eyes, she begged, grimacing and holding her hand over her face. Someone kindly draped a towel over her eyes. Then Natalie heard a familiar voice. "Miss Audra, is that you?" she asked. "Yes, Natalie, I'm here." "Yes, Natalie, I'm here." She sounded breathless. Natalie reached out a hand, and Miss Audra took it. "They called me and said you fell. I came right away. Oh, I practically followed the ambulance. Are you okay?" "I think so, but my arm hurts." "What happened, Natalie?" "I don't know. I was getting something, wasn't I? My backpack. I had my backpack and I fell down the stairs. Serena was with me. Apparently it was a bad fall, Natalie. You lost consciousness for a few minutes." I did? "Gosh, Natalie, did you have your cane with you? Were you using it?" Natalie didn't answer right away. The only time she ever used her cane was during O&M lessons, after which she tossed the cane into the back of her closet. "I didn't have it," Natalie confessed. Silence as Natalie envisioned Miss Audra frowning and crossing her arms. "That ends tomorrow," Miss Audra declared. "From now on, Natalie, the cane goes with you all the time and is used everywhere." Natalie felt her heart dip. She did not want to use that cane, but neither did she want another bad accident. Deep down, she knew that the accident marked a turning point. No way could she keep on living the way she had, pretending she didn't need any help, but knowing she did. Miss Audra stayed with Natalie for the next several hours while x-rays were taken and nurses watched for signs of head injury. An ice pack was brought in for her left shoulder, another for her wrist. The ice made her cold. Miss Audra left to find a blanket and even managed to locate a cup of warm tea somewhere. Finally, a doctor came in to announce that no bones were broken, although you do have a shoulder sprain, he said, and there was a slight concussion. You need to take it easy for a couple days. It was nearly midnight when they arrived back at school. The evening counselor handed Natalie her hat and her glasses, which, amazingly enough, were still intact. Is there anything else I can do? Miss Audra asked. I'll be fine, Natalie assured her, whispering at the doorway to her room so as not to wake Gabriella. Thank you so much for everything. Miss Audra gave her a gentle hug. See you tomorrow. But Natalie was sorry she hadn't asked for more help because it was next to impossible to get her t-shirt off over the sling. She gave in and decided to just sleep in her clothes. In bed, she managed to maneuver an extra pillow under her arm, then cradled the teddy bear in the crook of her neck and used it to help her hold an ice pack against her throbbing temple. When she was finally in the most comfortable position she could manage, she realized she'd left a bottle of water on the bureau. Oh no, she groaned. My drink. She sighed, wondering if it was worth the effort to maneuver herself out of bed. Can I get it for you? A small voice in the darkness asked. Natalie rolled her head toward her roommate. That would be great, she murmured softly. My water bottle. It's up on our bureau. Gabriella folded back her covers and crossed the room. Natalie could hear her bare feet pad across the tiled floor, then her hands as they explored the bureau top and knocked something over, probably her own cologne bottle. Girls wear cologne? Well, okay. Got it. Sorry. Got it, Gabriella said. She brought it to Natalie, and while making sure it was in her hand, her grasp, their fingers touched. Thanks very much, Gabriella, Natalie said. I really appreciate it. We heard about your accident, she said. Are you hurt bad? Look, I don't know what voice was I doing for Gabriella. Let me see. Gabriella. We heard about your accident, she said. Are you hurt bad? My shoulder, mostly. I think I'll be okay, Natalie said. Gabriella didn't say anything else, but returned to her bed. Natalie listened as the girl pulled her covers back up. Silence again until Gabriella said, You can call me Bree. You can call me Bree.